Does this movie still hold up? I'm Salad and I saw The Shawshank Redemption. It is directed by Frank Darabont. And if you like this video, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. YouTube really likes that. And if you haven't seen this movie, I will spoil it for you. I want to see if this movie still holds up. For me anyway. The first time that I actually saw this movie was I was looking up on the internet a list top 100 movies to watch before you die. And like the first movie on that list was The Shawshank Redemption. And so I was like 15 or 16 years old and I watched The Shawshank Redemption for the first time and I absolutely loved it. It's been several years since I last saw The Shawshank Redemption, so I'm here again, watching it again and reviewing it to see if it still holds up. Andy's cool. First of all, following Andy, a banker, he's sent to prison after doing a little murder death kill of his wife and the lover. Accidents happen. It's intentional, actually. That's what happens when women cheat on men. Sometimes they get killed. That's a warning to all them cheating women's out there. Don't do it. He goes to prison, meets Morgan Freeman. Oh my goodness, he meets the Lord himself. How lucky can he be? No, he's red. He's red in this, actually. He's not God. I really like the pacing of this story. Even though this movie is a little bit on the longer side, how well it's paced and how well it delves information is very pleasing, and it makes my eyes glued to the screen the entire time. It's quite unfortunate what Andy has to deal with. He's dealing with a bunch of these dudes touching him in no good places. And it's quite unfortunate. I wish he gets better. Honestly, I honestly hope he sticks up for himself. But I don't know what prison culture is like. I'm not exactly sure if he should be speaking up for himself in this situation. Because there is an actual idea that if you beat up a friend of somebody, then like that person's friend's gonna beat you up. That's the fear, I guess. I honestly thought that the primo strategy was to act incredibly crazy because then you could just appear sane later. Luckily though, there's a guard that ends up doing a little pow on the guy, on the head honcho of his pals, giving him a little love tap. That's an incredibly insensitive way to describe the situation in this movie. If you want to really experience the full emotion of this movie, I recommend watching this movie because no amount of me explaining this movie will justify how well this movie is good, how good it is, how well it's made. I also like how Andy, in order to be protected, he gets sent to the library and he's used by the warden for all of the financial stuffs going in the prison. And I'm like, I mean, is this a good deal? I don't know if I would take this deal per se. On the one hand, yes, I would be away from other prisoners, but I would be forced to do the warden's dirty work and potentially commit some crimes. And well, I guess you're already a criminal, who cares, right? Man, the warden is a little bit corrupt. I honestly think that the warden is really not a good guy because he's really upfront about how he's going to be all nice to him. Oh yeah, okay. And then when he turns around, when Andy's like, no, I don't want to do this dirty business for you, then the warden's like threatening him. He's like, well, you're going to lose all your privileges if you don't deal with me. And yeah, the warden's in his right to do this. Like, he's in full ability. But personally, it just doesn't really sit right with me because it's a man abusing his power. And if the position was swapped or something, I don't know if Andy would be necessarily treating the warden the same as the warden treats Andy. I love the relationship budding between Red and Andy. Their friendship just grows even bigger, and there's so many years that just go by. There's this one elderly patient, why do I call him a patient? A prisoner. He leaves after 50 years, and it's quite tragic. He's not able to adjust to life outside. It's very not scheduled. You kind of have to make your own schedule, or you can follow somebody else's scheduled set for you. But you gotta adhere to some schedule, but it's not as strict as prison. So if you're used to prison for 50 years, I can see why life outside is very overwhelming. I mean, no one will take you to work there except for like the lowest of the low fast food places. So I kind of feel bad for ex-prisoners. So that guy's out of the count. So now Andy is just, having a nice little chill, being threatened, fun stuff like that. Although I do like Andy's solution to all the, I want to say, politics of the prison that he's just now gotten himself into, involving himself with the warden. He has a rope and red. Fun comment, by the way. He's like, I hope that he's okay. I hope he's not going to do anything bad. And then Andy just crawls. And I'm like, yo, awesome. And you know what makes this even better? He crawls through a tunnel that he made for like almost 20 years. And he's carrying all those all the evidence for all the fun illegal money activities that he's been forced to do, forced to partake in, because his warden really loves using prisoners as free labor. And wow, look, he's gonna take this evidence, he's gonna take like a ton of money out of the account. And then he's going to use his a fake identity to like report it. And I thought this was ultra Chad. And then the warden is like, oh, nope, all right, bye. There goes my life. The guard though, he was nice to Andy until, no, I guess he was only nice to him at the beginning. So he gets what he deserves, he gets arrested. That's pretty nice. And I do like how Red also gets out. And it's very sweet. It's a mwah. When we have Andy and Red just hanging out on the outside, I'm like, yo, oh my goodness, you are best friends now. I hope y'all like stick together until the end, because this is really sweet. The character friendship is so nice. It's such a nice display. It feels like this movie is very heavily nuanced, just in experience. Does this movie still hold up? The answer is yes. Oh my goodness. Rewatching this movie, and I'm like, I missed some things the first go around. Watching it for the second time, I'm just like, how did I miss this detail? And there's a lot of details. I heavily recommend watching The Shawshank Redemption if you haven't. I've heard like literally everyone has, but if you haven't, go watch it. If you have, go watch it again. You should just go rewatch it. It's pretty friggin' epic movie. Like while looking up The Shawshank Redemption, I found that it has a 9.1 or 3 on IMDb, which is the highest score I've ever seen on IMDb, just like organically, just from looking up the movie titles that I'm going to be reviewing. So it's very fun and very good. And I'm saying fun as it's just something that will emotionally make you go cry, just like it did me. Ugh, fly next to my ear, that's my least favorite thing. The flies are buzzing near my ears, so to quickly wrap it up, I love this movie. Like, I would just rewatch it over and over and over again if I could every year. But, I want to watch other movies instead of just The Shawshank Redemption. But it's definitely a movie I'm going to come back to over and over and over again. And probably a movie that I'm going to watch on my deathbed, along with listening to Bad, Not Good, Olsen, I think it's called. It's from the Late Night Tales album. Yeah, those are I've actually decided what I'm going to listen to when I die. That's besides the point. I give this movie like a solid 9.9 out of 10. If you like this review, watch another one. YouTube really likes that. You can also like, comment, subscribe, share this video with everyone you know. The ultimate goal of this channel is for me to become an expert movie reviewer, so if I haven't reviewed it on a channel, there's a chance I haven't even seen it at all. If you'd like to request a movie in the comments below, you can do that. I can fast track a movie review. Patreon.com/ASEPresents, $20 a month for a one movie review per 1 month, $3 a month, how to draw Pokemon tutorials. Supposed to start early first at Patreon.com/ASEPresents. And if you'd like to help support the daily grindiness of all these daily movie reviews, you can go to this link tree, find the way that you can help support the daily grind of all these daily movie reviews. So we can go here, and until next time, Mint Salad, I'll see you later, my sour croutons and bacon bits.